Hello, everyone. Jay Marks here on behalf of the Cross Timbers Gazette, doing local interviews of people of note, candidates for town council, and taking you around town showing you neat places. Today, I'm with Linda Blesch.
Hello.
Linda is running for town council for Double Oak.
I am. I'm very excited to do so. I'm very excited to be here.
Awesome. Great. How do you feel about doing camera interviews?
Well, this is my first interview. I've never done a camera interview before.
Yeah?
So I'm comfortable, but yeah, I'm a little uncomfortable, and that's okay.
Good. Well, I'm going to fix that today because you know what? You're getting ready to get into a job
Yes.
that you're going to have times where you're really comfortable and times when you're not going to be comfortable, making tough decisions.
Yeah.
Now, from what I know about you, you've been married 16 years, you have one child, and you sell jewelry.
I do.
Yes, you ought to see some of the stuff she wore when she came in. Beautiful, beautiful pieces.
Thank you.
What I wanted to ask you, though, is what got you interested? Because the rumor on the street is you started attending budget meetings for the local government.
And that is the truth. I was informed that there was a budget workshop for Double Oak, and I attended on a Saturday morning in a bandana, no makeup, and went in, and there was about four or five folk there with me. And I was kind of an annoyance because I didn't know much about the budget, but I really, as a resident, wanted to know. And I was asking a lot of questions, and I was assured that we would have other workshops about the budget and that my questions would be answered at that time. So I was really looking forward to it because I don't know, it was my first time venturing into the budget of Double Oak, and it never came to fruition. And that kind of had me going on a route. I felt like I was being called not only by myself and my husband, but the residents to figure out, well, where is all this money going? And that's basically what started this whole ball of mine going forward with this town council election.
Well, you know what? Budgets are everything because towns go broke and towns flourish, and
Yes.
sometimes people mismanage money, which we hope doesn't happen here.
Yes.
But tell me, so that's what got you excited. And when we were talking a few minutes ago, you said that today in church, a phrase came to your mind that you wanted to share with the people getting to know you. What is that?
It was just so amazing. They were talking about curiosity, and that's basically what brought me to the budget workshop. And then it was more or less about courageous commitment. And that is how I feel I would go forward with the Double Oak Council, is that I would be courageously committed to try to make sure that all the voices that come to me go out to town council. And that brings up an interesting point that I've implemented on my own, that I want people to contact me via email. I have an open door policy. Contact me directly, and I will bring, if I get 1,000 emails, I will obviously have to bring 5 of those every week to the council to say, hey, I got an email, or I got a text, or I got a phone call, and this is what they're concerned about. I need you to help me answer this. And then we'll know where we all stand. It's not really, the word transparency gets thrown around, but it's more than transparency. It's just the truth. And that's just how I feel about it.
Wow, that's really good. I've written letters to my congressman and to my town council members, and I've even written to the President of the United States before, and it feels good when you get an answer. So I love that. That's really awesome.
It does.
Linda, what do you love about Double Oak?
There are so many things about Double Oak I love. David and I moved there 12 years ago this April, and David found the house, and it was lovely. We actually live on Double Oak across the street from Vickery, and now Vickery is a big estate, 80 homes or more. But when we bought our estate, we don't really call it estate. We call it, what do we call it? Oak Hill. Oak Hill. We named it Oak Hill because it is on a hill. And the sunsets are gorgeous. Our house faces east and west, so we have beautiful sunrises, beautiful sunsets. It's just a lovely place to live. And the community itself is lovely. We have everything nearby that we would ever want, but we can escape to our 2.1 acres, which is not much for Double Oak, but it is quite a bit of yard for us to take care of.
Yeah, mowing.
We don't hire anybody. We do it all. David does it all himself.
Yeah. You're in charge of eliminating.
Yeah, so when he's upset about something, I'll tell him, just go cut the grass. It's better after you cut the grass.
And slowly moves your places.
Yeah, so actually just the lovely part of Double Oak, everything nearby, it's just The only thing I didn't like, and I was,
Well, that's my next question. What are you concerned about?
well, the first thing that concerned me was I've never lived on a sewer system before. And ever.
A septic tank.
Septic tank, sorry. A septic tank. And so that, I was like, can I do that? It's no problem. It doesn't matter. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
And ever since then, we just have fallen in love with it. We have done so many things to our home. And I just don't want to see anything deter from the beauty and the character of the town that we have now.
Like a shopping center?
The shopping center has grown into quite a challenge in Double Oak right now.
Helicopter landing pads?
Helicopter landing pads, that whole thing has really put a bad taste in a lot of residents, even though a lot of residents really, aren't, I guess the word would be affected by some of those decisions. However, the majority that I've heard, and I know the people who are against things speak the loudest, but there are people that are quiet and really don't care either way. The point is to get it across to people that things are changing, and we really want to keep that character in Double Oak. So we need everyone to vote so we can do a new way forward and do the right thing for Double Oak and slow down a bit on all these massive things.
Okay, that makes sense. Growth does happen.
Yes.
We live so close to, I think, the second or third largest commercial airport in DFW.
Yes.
And I know the population is growing. I just recently saw an article that said it's called the Westoplex, which is all these communities west of 35W and everything. And that's where a lot of the growth is happening. And I know it affects Flower Mound, Double Oak with 1171, 377. What infrastructure concerns do you have regarding Double Oak?
Right now, the infrastructure Double Oak is becoming a thoroughfare through one place to another instead of getting on 407, which is crowded. So people are going down Simmons, they're going through Timberleaf, they're coming down Tanglewood, they're taking a left on Tanglewood to get on 407. It's just, there is no real way to get through Double Oak at this time. So the traffic is a big issue, meaning that it's not safe for the kids, because we do want some new people to move in. In fact, some of my friends are under 30, in their 30s with children, and they want to play. We do have at least an acre of land, everybody does. So the infrastructure of the traffic definitely is a consideration and definitely warrants some healthy debate.
Very good. So tell me, what about town council do you wish would change?
I know we all want answers to our questions, whether it's not the one we want to hear, the one we want to hear. We just want to hear the truth. Take it what it is. Take it for what it is. The truth, like I say, will set you free. You may not like it, but the truth is better than lying. And I'm not saying anyone's lying. I'm not trying to create any type of rumor that people are lying. I'm just trying to say, or I am saying, that the truth does matter. And as long as the truth is the truth, that's the truth.
Got it. So you wish that people would communicate more what's happening?
Yes, communicate more. Yes, and directly, I can use it to helipad as a forum on that, meaning that the helipad was almost passed without any knowledge that I'm aware of, because I'm not in the circle of the politics. I know people, I know what's going on just because I'm attending. But the helipad was almost passed and shifted right underneath paper, right in front of all of our residents' noses. And that's what bothered me most about the helipad. No one was listening to the residents, and it was almost passed until the applicant pulled their application. Thank goodness they did, and that's great, and they can go do whatever they want to do. I know some ordinances still weren't followed through with, but at the end of the day, we don't have a helicopter pad.
Right on. And you guys are a small community?
We are.
Lots of families,
Yes.
space, the country living, like you mentioned.
Yes.
Linda, what kind of council person are you going to be? You said a minute ago you're going to read your emails, you're going to communicate.
Yes.
But what are you going to give to the council? What are you bringing to the table?
Healthy debate.
Yeah?
I don't want to be part of a council that we all say yes. I just don't. I want to consider everything that's brought before me on a town council, where I can say, okay, let me think about this and bring up some questions, bring up some real valid questions and points that need to be answered before any decision is made. I want to be almost, you can call me a devil's advocate, but I really don't like that. But you can still call me whatever you want to call me. I am going to play the other side. Healthy debate.
Well, that's awesome. Linda, I have a question for you. And by the way, thank you so much for coming in today. And this is our last question. If you could tell the voters of Double Oak something really important to you about why they should vote for you, because so far you haven't asked them to do that. Look into the camera. What would you say?
I would say I am Linda Blesch, and I am a resident of Double Oak, and I am your friend to the residents. I want to hear what they have to say. I will make a healthy decision based on what the residents tell me, what you tell me. I will bring your concerns to the town council. Therefore, I hope you vote for me, and I will do the best I can. Vote for me May 2nd.
Very nice. Guys, Linda Blesch. Her email address is lindafdotc26@gmail.com. It stands for Linda for Double Oak Town Council. 26.com. So, Gmail. Anyway, we're going to put it on the web here. You'll be able to see it. But thank you so much for watching this interview, and thank you for letting us get to know you.
It has been great.
You
It
bet.
was awesome. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.